Welcome to a new deep dive. Today, we're cracking open a really foundational text in personal finance, Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
That's right.
Specifically, Chapter 1, the famous one, The Rich Don't Work for Money.
A classic starting point.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So our mission today is to unpack these two, wildly different financial philosophies,
Mm.
how they can shape a life, and, what truths they might hold for your own approach to wealth.
And what's so fascinating, I think, is how Kiyosaki sets up this contrast immediately, right from the start.
With the two dads.
Yeah, his two dads. One's his actual father, highly educated, the poor dad.
Right.
And the other is his friend's dad, the entrepreneur, the rich dad. It's designed, really, to make you question your assumptions about money and success.
Okay, so let's dig into that setup a bit more. The poor dad, his real father, he championed the sort of conventional path.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Get a good education, find a secure job,
Mhm.
climb the ladder.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Job security was the main thing.
That was his core belief about money.
Yeah.
His mantra was basically study hard, get good grades, find a safe, secure job.
The standard advice many of us hear.
Exactly. And connecting that to the bigger picture, it's really about trading your time for money, focusing on that salary.
Relying on an employer for financial well-being.
Right. And Kiyosaki argues that while that feels stable, it can leave you kind of vulnerable, dependent on external forces, maybe limiting your upside.
Okay, and then boom, you have Rich Dad, who just flips the script entirely.
Completely, with that iconic phrase, don't work for money, make money work for you.
Which is such a radical idea compared to the first one. How does that philosophy actually redefine wealth building?
Well, it's not about being lazy or avoiding work. Not at all.
Right. It's about where you focus your effort.
Precisely. It's about shifting from active income, trading hours for dollars, toward the building passive income streams.
Okay.
The core lesson, as Kiyosaki puts it, is that just working for a salary, even a high one, can trap you. It keeps you in what he famously termed the rat race.
The rat race. We hear that phrase a lot. How does he define that trap specifically?
For him, it's that cycle, right? You earn more money.
So you spend more money.
Exactly. Income goes up, expenses follow, and you're sort of stuck on this financial treadmill, not really getting ahead towards true freedom.
So how do you escape it then, according to Rich Dad?
Well, the key insight is learning how money really works, not just how to earn a paycheck.
Okay.
It means focusing on building assets. And this is crucial. Assets are things that put money into your pocket.
Like rental properties or businesses?
Yes, or dividend stocks, things like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to liabilities, which, well, they take money out of your pocket.
Mhm.
Even things that might seem like assets, like maybe a fancy car, or even a big house with a hefty mortgage.
Ah, okay. So it's a fundamental shift in thinking. From employee
Or even self-employed.
to thinking like an owner, an investor.
Precisely. Poor dad valued academic smarts, education. Rich dad emphasized something else, which financial literacy. He saw it as distinct. You could be brilliant academically, have degrees, but still struggle if you don't understand cash flow, how to manage money, how to acquire those income-generating assets. It's about changing your whole perspective,
Yeah.
moving from being just a consumer to actually creating wealth systems.
Right. So bringing this back to the listener, what's the big takeaway from this first chapter?
I think the core message, straight from Kiyosaki, is really profound. Don't chase money. Learn to attract it.
Learn to attract it. That's powerful. It sounds like a call to action, really, to actively change your relationship with money.
Definitely. It's an invitation, isn't it, to rethink how you approach your work, your finances.
Yeah.
It prompts you to consider, which dad's philosophy feels more like your current approach,
Hmm.
and maybe which one you might want to learn more from, perhaps integrate into your own financial strategy. It's more than just advice. It's presented as a paradigm shift.
A whole new way of looking at things. And that's our deep dive into the initial core ideas of Rich Dad, Poor Dad's first chapter.
Lots to think about there.
Definitely. What really stands out to you from these two, quite frankly, opposing viewpoints? Something to mull over as you think about how money works and maybe how you want it to work for you.